PES 2022 will have 2 new licenses, but we don't know who. What is up guys, Bryza here, and welcome to another episode of Operation PES 2022 Extra. In this video we'll be discussing the interview with the general manager of PES and some of the points that they brought up in that interview. We will also be discussing some new features that can appear in Master League next year. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you're already a subscriber, please leave a like on this video. It helps grow the channel, and I'll really appreciate it if you did. Alright, let's get this video started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be talking about is the article itself. So this is a PES article from the website Gazzetta dello Sport, which is an Italian news publication. It is basically one of the journalists interviewing Manorito Hosoda, who, if you don't know, Hosoda is the general manager of PES, of the PES dev team in Japan, and has been in that position since 2014. Some of the questions that were asked were very marketing based rather than actual features. I'll leave a link down in the description for you to read it yourself, but basically they discuss things such as how important PES Mobile and PES Lite are when it comes to bringing in more PES players, how they want to make the games more appealing for streamers, how big PES is in Italy, stadium renders, and etc. But one of the things that they talked about was how big PES is in Italy, and I've already stated that before. They also talk about how they're already looking to having 2 partnerships with 2 Italian teams. The quote from the article that I got states, "The importance that Italy has for Konami also translates into new activities designed for esports. Can you give us some anticipation?" And the general manager responds with, "There are 2 new Italian teams interested in Konami's export path who will soon sign a collaboration with us. We plan to create a new export competition in Italy with our 5 partners, including the most recent 2. A lot of people have been suggesting and speculating that the new partners are Napoli and Atalanta, as both teams have gotten newly updated mini faces in PES 2021. If you want to check for yourself, you can go on PESmaster.com, they'll show you the faces there. But we have to wait and see though, we don't know. Now, this wasn't in the article, but we also might see a new Bundesliga team in PES 2022 next year. That is because Schalke are on the verge of relegation this season, and they have been since their 8-0 defeat in the opening day of the season, only winning 1 game out of a possible 24. If Schalke get relegated, PES will probably cancel their partnership deal early, and one of the teams from the Bundesliga that I like to see as a partner is Mönchengladbach. They are a team with a rich history, good players, and a very nice stadium. So yeah, I don't think Schalke will be in the game next year, especially if they get relegated, but who knows. PES has done some wild stuff recently, so they might be in the game after all. Hosoda also talked about how much they're attempting to join the esports hype and how much they're attempting to implement that esports environment into PES for streamers specifically. He stated, "I think it is a challenge for developers who have to think about how to integrate this new type of use into the gameplay. We plan to introduce a free tool to help organize sport tournaments, and besides that, I like to add streamer features as well. For example, users to get in-game rewards for following streams, and etc." And that's a really cool thing that he said in the last sentence, because you know FIFA does that. Whenever you look at a stream for EA Sports, they also have like rewards for you. And when it comes to the tool that he's talking about, we may see the return of a community hub where players can connect and participate in matches, tournaments, and etc. This will be very similar to the community mode that we had back in PES 2009 and similar to the clan groups that we have now. Hopefully we'll be able to use this mode on our phones and computers to make it more easily accessible. And the last thing I want to talk about is the last part of the interview where he talks about youth teams, and I think people might have got confused with this a little bit. Now, it may be text lost in translation, but I think Hosoda is talking about youth esports teams. So he says something about how the esports, like they want to implement a new youth system in the game, not in the game, sorry, a new youth system in general for the esports to invite more younger players. So maybe like a children's esports team compared to like the main esports team. They could either be talking about that or what most of us would want them to be talking about, which is the youth teams in Master League and how there would be a completely new system for youth players in that mode. Not really sure though. I hope it's for the latter, but I do think they're talking about like youth esports teams. But who knows at this point? I may be wrong. We have to wait and see how it pans out. And yeah, that is it for this video. Before I go, I want to share you guys something real quick. I do have a Master League wishlist video coming very, very soon. I think the video should be out by the weekend, and if not, early next week. Also, Schalke Season 3 will be back later in the week. Episode 1 for Season 3 will be out like maybe Thursday or Friday, so stay tuned to that. And if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, and subscribe if you're new. And also let me know in the comments down below, what new team would you like to see in PES 2022? I want to hear your thoughts. Like I said, I want to see Gladbach, but what team would you like to see in PES 2022? Alright everyone, that's all. Love you guys. Peace!